Hey mom, if you're looking to start a skincare business but you just have no idea where to begin, by the time this video ends, you're going to know exactly where to start with creating a skincare brand. You're going to be able to create a skincare brand with confidence because you're going to get suppliers who've already done all the tests for you. You will not have to touch products, so you won't even have to do it yourself. And if you don't even want to spend money, towards the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you quickly how you could do this without spending any money down. There's also a PDF that you can dig into if you'd like to get deeper and more step-by-step information about how to do this for yourself. So if this sounds like something you've been looking to do and you just weren't sure where to begin, this video is literally for you. So stick around and let's get into it. So what we're talking about is white labeling, and white labeling exists for a myriad of products in South Africa, but today specifically we're talking about skincare brands, right? Or we're talking about skincare, and there you're in luck because so many of the white labeling businesses that do exist, big ones and small ones, are very much into skincare and health. So if you're looking for skincare or you're looking for things like collagen and like capsules, then this video is right up your alley because skincare does go with what you put in as well, right? So you could do a mix of, it's the creams, it's the ointments, it's the serums, but then it's also the capsules that people take or the collagen that people drink or whatever, you know? How do you do this? Like, I don't really know what I want to do yet, but I know that I want to start an online business. Then you can join our free WhatsApp group. The link is in the description box. Join our free WhatsApp group. It really helps to be around people who are doing the thing that you're thinking of doing. So in the WhatsApp group, we've got a mixture of people. There are people who've got established businesses. There are people who are starting out. There are people who've got no clue what they want to do. Everybody is welcome. Think of it like Montessori. You know how in Montessori classes, it's a ladder system. There are different age groups in the same class so that everybody is learning from each other. That's the idea with the WhatsApp group. It's a free community for moms, by moms, and we've got challenges, we've got random chats that happen. Like if someone thinks of a business idea, they can throw it into the WhatsApp chat and people can comment on it, or people can go and establish it or expand it further. It's just a mixing bowl of minds together, if that makes sense. So join us and we'll be happy to have you. I mean, we're a kind bunch, so no weird vibes, okay? Yeah, so let's get back into, okay, simply, let's start with what is white labeling. White labeling is when you put your brand on a product that already exists, right? It's very different from removing someone's brand and putting your brand on it. That's theft, and that's illegal, and that's got legal repercussions. With white labeling, you source a manufacturer that already creates the product that you're looking for, and then they just put your labeling on it and you sell it as your brand. Depending on the supplier that you use, you can speak about formulations, but most of them have already got their formulas down packed, and all that you're doing is putting your label on the product. Of course, if you want to customize your product, you can buy their raw ingredients in bulk and then create your own product from that. But then that moves away from it being white label, and it puts you back into the territory of having to test different, what do you call it, different measurements, different scents and all of that stuff, as opposed to just buying it and then putting your label on it. What are the advantages of white labeling? As I said, you don't have to worry about creating the product. You don't have to worry about whether the ingredients are safe. You don't have to worry about putting money in to do the testing of the ingredients. You can literally go to the manufacturer, find out all the things about them, do their animal test. Clearly, you don't want suppliers who who are into animal testing and all of that stuff. So the advantages is that you don't have to spend so much time in the product development part of the business. It frees you up to focus completely on creating your brand, making sure that by the time you're ready to come in guns blazing with your new serum or your new hand lotion or face cream, you've had enough space to just market your brand instead of spending that time or splitting your time between product development and marketing your brand, right? So that's the advantage. That's one of the big advantages, that you don't have to do all of that. You can just focus on creating your brand. Another advantage is that a lot of white labeling companies, especially the small to medium ones, don't necessarily have a huge minimum quantity order that they need from you. So again, on the capital side, this helps you immensely, right? That you don't have to spend a bazillion to be able to launch and all of that good stuff. Another advantage with having a smaller supplier is you can negotiate, right? You could even turn it into a drop shipping situation if you negotiate your life and you set up those systems that the product doesn't even come into your hands. You just get the suppliers to put it together for you, put your label on you, and then even ship it out to your customers for you, so you don't actually have to touch anything, and your job entirely is just marketing the thing. Disadvantages, again, this would depend on the supplier that you've got. But the disadvantage is that a product is ready-made, right? So there's very little wiggle room to what you can add or take away from the product. But again, it depends on your supplier. It depends on whether or not they can help you with that. You would then have to speak to the different suppliers. Now, let's get into how can you do this without putting any money down. I know. With this part, you are definitely going to have to build a community. Okay, you're going to have to build before you launch. And in the ebook, you learn how to do that, where you're going to get your community involved. If you're a mom who's like, 2026 is the year that's not going to catch me lacking, you're serious about starting an online business from scratch, from no idea to an idea to building and eventually having a business with paying clients, then you want to join the membership. It starts off in January, end of January. Just click the link below to join the waiting list. I only take about 10 to 15 women, moms at a time, because I love giving everybody like a personal time, because we're building a real thing here. So limited spots, at maximum, it's 15 moms. So get on the waiting list, and as soon as we are ready to go, you guys will be the first to know. So if you're the mom who's like, 2026 is not catching me lacking, then the membership, the Mom Shift membership is what you want to get into. You're first going to figure out what is the problem that you're solving, because even if you are creating a product through white labeling, it still needs to solve a problem. So you need to ask yourself, what problem are you solving? And because it's white labeling and you're not starting from scratch, maybe you find that maybe you love serums, but you find that the ones that are on the market are really expensive, and maybe they also feel a bit watery, and you'd like a thicker serum that doesn't cost an arm and a leg. This is what you lead with. This is the content that you create. This is the pain point that you let people in on, right? And then these people who are hearing your message, and you can ask them what other issues that they find with the serums that they use. What would they ideally like to have in a serum? You keep sharing that. That's the kind of content that you have. I mean, there are more prompts in the ebook, and you create that you create that content, you create a community, because you don't keep people on a social media platform, you get them into an email. And then when they are now on your email, and as you're testing and getting ideas from them and making it a group project, then they are able to, then when you are ready to actually launch, or when you now have figured out exactly what kind of serum you want to create, then you let them know that, hey, here's the link to pre-order the serum. Pre-orders are going to be running for a month, and it's going to be maybe 20% less than the price that it's going to be once it's launched, all of that good stuff. You get them to pre-order. You take the money that they use for pre-ordering, that's what you use to order your stock, and that way you didn't spend a single dime. All of that is in the ebook that's linked below. Just go through, have fun with it, and as always, I am here for questions, and leave them all in the comments. And I hope to see you next time on here. I wish you the courage to live the life of your dreams. Bye, Mama.